Hello, my name is Rebecca Engel, and I am honored to share my thoughts with you on VeZot HaBrachah. But before I do, I will let you in on a little secret. We aren't actually going to read this parsha on this coming Shabbat. In fact, VeZot HaBrachah is unique because it is never read on Shabbat. It is only read on Simchat Torah. But since this coming Shabbat is during the intermediary days of Sukkot, and we read a portion for Sukkot, we're using this opportunity to provide a teaching on this final chapter of the Torah. And if you stick around just a few more days, you will get to hear it read early next week. This VIP, or very important parsha, is about the death of the true Torah VIP, Moshe Rabbeinu, the one and only Moses. There are several times in the Torah where the details of someone's death are shared. Sometimes we learn their age, like Sarah, who lived to be 127, or where they are buried. In other cases, we learn about the mourning process. But the obituary of Moses is the only one that contains all of the different types of information about his passing. For example, about Moses, we learn that he was 120 years old when he died, and that his eyes had not dimmed and his vigor was unabated. In other words, there was nothing physically wrong with him when he died. His expiration date was known to him since Parshat Chukat. In that parsha, God tells Moses that his punishment for disobeying him is that he would not be allowed to bring the congregation into Israel. And since the time had finally come for Israel to enter the promised land, Moses' time was up. While Moses was not allowed to enter the land, he was allowed to look at it. He was given the chance to see Israel with his own eyes, the ones that had not dimmed, just out of his grasp. We can imagine that this was all he needed to die peacefully, to know that because of his efforts, with the help of God and his miracles, future generations would be blessed. While life is full of uncertainty, and we certainly don't know what is ahead, we might have a general vision for what we hope to accomplish. Each day is a new chance to prepare or repair the world for those who will come after us. Like Moses looking into the promised land in his final moments, we each have the chance to create a vision for how we want to be remembered, even if we don't know when our own finale will be. Moses had the rare distinction of knowing he was going to die. Can you imagine possessing this kind of information about your own mortality? And while Moses seemingly was not given the choice, if you had access to know for certain what your future holds, would you want to know? This concept of choosing knowledge is starting to sound familiar because it also comes up in the very first parsha, Breshit, in the form of the tree of knowledge. So in this way, on Simchat Torah, where we conclude with reading VeZot HaBrachah and then begin again with Breshit, we will come full circle on this topic. Moses lived a full and impactful life, to put it mildly. Indeed, there was never another prophet like Moses. And while his story has been written, yours and mine is still unfolding. So as I did about a year ago, when I first had the honor of presenting a teaching for this 70 Faces of Torah series, I wish you a Shabbat Shalom, a Chag Sameach, and thank you so much for listening.